chemistry. They cycled the puck, they skated, they made plenty of plays, and actually snake bitten. They got a few more goals.
Angelo Esposito said he had a great look, but ended up hitting the chest of the netminder.
One of those games where you feel like you're in it and you just feel like playing. They were put together and it really looked good.
Jason Krog moving in. Sends it to the point. Cyphers winds, fires, he scores! The Wolves have the lead, 1-0.
Well, it's been a strong start, and the Wolves did this last night also, and it's something we talked about in our open. This is the 3rd and 3 for Peoria, and you would think with the travel today coming from Oklahoma City, it would be a little bit gruesome for them, and the one thing you want to do is get off to a good start. And a nice shot by Cyphers. I think this is redirected in front. Not sure. There's a couple of bodies definitely in position. This angle may show us. That's Dawes in the middle. And I'm not sure if that goes up Davies or not.
He celebrates it like he does.
I think so. I would call it, yeah. If I was there, I'd say the same thing. But Cyphers with a good shot. And you know what was good about that? He looked before he shot. He put it to the side of the net and kept it nice and low.
Another good thing there. 2 white jerseys in front of the Rivermen netminder. 2 guys in front of the net. Cyphers gets the assist on the Davies goal. Right. After it now. Picking up his Garbutt lost an edge. He goes hard into the corner boards. Right back on his skates, however. It's a good thing. Appears to be all right.
I thought initially he was in some trouble, but he's okay.
Gray trying to take it away in the neutral zone. Matheson has to track back. Hands it off to his partner, Zubarev. Head down to Garbutt, closely guarded, trying to work around Nigro, and then forces a turnover. Dave Spina steps into a shot, he scores! Spina gets the goal, we're tied. His 8th of the year.
Wow. Drew's not happy with himself. This seems to hit the middle of his pad and somehow has momentum and goes through the legs. This is a very fluky, not fluky so much, but awkward looking goal. Starts with a great hit by Nigro. He takes care of Garbutt. Then the loose puck is picked up, sent to Spina. And boy, that puck should be had. And it's the pad and somehow goes underneath the glove at the same time. It drops. Did that hit the defenseman stick coming across? It may have. Zubarev stick. It seemed to, on that angle, dip as it got to the pad area, and that's why probably Drew not happy with himself. But you know, initially, I thought just hit his pad and somehow got through. A big goal in return for the Rivermen.
And that gives him a little life. Out to center now.
Beautiful play. Matheson down to Mahachik. Now that's a terrific backhand, taking the man with you and going against that green, as we mentioned. Dawes had position on the defenseman, but Allen never budged from his post. There's the Hadar shot earlier on that power play, and that was a pretty good high hard one. I'm not sure if it was a targeted top shot, but snared away by Allen, who had a good vision of it.
Zubarev fresh on the ice, lets it go. That hit off at Dawes out in front. Evans pursuing Dawes as they cycle deep. Mahachik controlling. Picking up is Ross. Out of the corner. Sneaking in was Matheson. Porter broke up the pass attempt. Ross runs into him. The Wolves with numbers trying to come away with the loose puck. 5 seconds on the power play. Quickly in front. Ross collects. Up from the top angle. Sends it back to the slot. Dawes' shot was blocked by our seat. Zubarev scores! His first of the year.
First goal in North America.
Grab the puck.
Absolutely, I think they did. Spencer, yeah.
From Russia with love.
Well, it looked to me like he was on his back foot when he releases this. The penalty was over, so the boys will get a plus on this play. The initial pass broken up by Arsini. He throws it right up blindly, and that shot just goes through every. Look at Allen. He couldn't see that one.
What do you call him, Jay Cutler then, on his back foot?
Yeah, look at that. He's on his back foot. He doesn't have very good balance, and he just lets it go. But there's a lot of traffic in front of the net. A little smile from Andrey. No chance for Allen.
Andrey Zubarev getting the goal, his first of the year. Now the pressure on Noah Welsh and Boris Vlahovic, the only 2 Wolves without a goal this year. Do a heck of a good job of blocking shots in front of their own net. Turnover now and a quick release. Just missing the mark. Back out in front. MacIntyre will hold on to it. We saw this last night. The Wolves grabbed the lead, and then the Heat answered quickly.
I mean, it's so easy to fall into that. Playing 3-3, you're shorthanded now. Here's Rosso, the play to the front of the net, and I mentioned Pelletier coming back. Yeah, it does hit his stick, the defenseman. Glances off the bottom of the blade, but just skips by the left post. With Mahachik right there, hoping For that puck to settle.
At the point, Cyphers tip, they score! Andrey Deveaux with the redirect down in front, 3-1.
Wow. Pointed immediately to the net, the referee, and I think he's looking at the linesman for a little bit of help. The Rivermen thought it was a high stick, but a nice play. And boy, is Andrey getting good at this.
How many face-offs have the Wolves won back to the point tonight?
Very true. That is such a positive. And so many things happen positively with situations like that. Watch Deveaux, straight back, and now he goes to the net. Cyphers, how good has he been? That puck's, I think, fine. How good has he been at getting pucks back around the net from the point position, Jamie, tonight? Quick wrister, look at that hand-eye coordination. Well, it's a little closer than you think, but still, I think it's a good goal. And Andrey Deveaux has been a couple of beauties, and I believe that ties his career high tonight. Yes, it does.
Sweet 16.
I just turned that.
A long time ago.
How many decades?
3 decades ago.
Thank you.
Cyphers over skates, and now a 2-on-1 here. Peoria bringing in for a shot, and MacIntyre made the big stop. Porter knocked into the net by Noah Welch, and that will halt the action. But a huge stop again. The Rivermen threatening right after giving up a goal.
Exactly that, and we don't want to see that, but let's watch what happens in front. Nice play by Welch. He really does take away the passing lane for Porter, so the shot has to come, and I think seeing that or recognizing that was MacIntyre comes out and takes away the angle. This is the goal by Deveaux. I would say that looked legit from the angle we have. Boy, that's close, but so
high stick,
yeah, it's close to being, no doubt about that. But when you're about 10 feet in front of the net, it's so hard to judge that.
Yeah.
And tie goes to the runner.
At least the home team here with 10,000 plus in the building, right?
Yes.
No need to take the Wolves have lost enough goals this year in this building.
No doubt.
Altier, chased back in his own zone. Pedersen buzzing, ties him up. Hadar comes away at the box and takes a shot from Evans. So the goal, getting the goal, is 16th of the year from Cyphers, who has 2 assists in the game. Hadar back behind the net. Still controlling the puck. Finds Garbett deep. Pedersen in the slot. Garbett rotating out of the corner to Matheson. Zubarev was pitching in again. Boy, is he confident offensively. Pass picked off by McRae. Jumped in by Deveaux. This is the youthful St. Louis Blues line out there. Deveaux, McRae. Ryan Reeves just coming over the boards. More of a checking line guy. And now Deveaux and McRae will complete the shift.
But just watching that dump in, it doesn't look like they have a lot of energy left in the tank to go get pucks and make those big hits to start something.
I think it was last week when we were in Oklahoma City, we looked at the upcoming schedule for the Barons, and they're like, wow, Peoria's going to be playing their 3rd game in 3 days. This is a must-have game for the Wolves. Dawes in, shoots, he scores! 23 goals! The team lead!
What a shot. Something happened afterward. I did not see it. Is that Reeves?
And it's on Boris Vlahovic. And Jason Krog is incensed, arguing with the referee, Ian Croft.
Well, first of all, great work along the boards. Krog will get the puck and he'll move it up immediately, and there goes Dawes. He's got all the room in the world, and he just tees it up. And look at the placement of that puck. That is just wonderful. What a slapper. This is the one you dream of when you're coming down the left wing like the Big M, Frank Mahavlich. You couldn't place it any better. So that is the big goal. It gives the Wolves a 3-goal cushion, and I gotta wonder what happened after the fact. Vlahovic also in the penalty box, so I'm thinking the both of them may have had a bit of a set to away from the play for them both to be in. It looks like it's going to be coincidental minors.
This is just how you wanted to start this period, though, Billy.
Yeah.
I mean, just come out flying.
Yep. Well, you took advantage of a tired team, and this is what you have to do. This is why it's your building and why you have to set the precedent early, and they were able to do it in the first period. And the one thing, and I think I've talked so much about this, but the consistency. The Wolves have had great periods, but then had periods where they've sat back or had lags and surrendered a goal or two. And finally, in this game at least, we've seen a pretty consistent effort.
You're writing that one down for maybe a later date in this game. Miller collects the pass to Ross. Deveaux goes out in front. Ross on the backhand. That's a shot fought off by Allen.
Allen thinking Deveaux knocked him off stride on his left leg. What a great stopping with his blocker.
And some good ones here tonight. Oystrick shoots, he scores. He got the cam off of perhaps Porter out in front. It's a 4-2 game.
Well, a nice shot by Oystrick against the grain. MacIntyre had to move from right to left. A lot of traffic in front of the net, driving to that net area. And former Chicago Wolves star and assistant captain. And the big goal. Jared Ross with a nice opportunity. Great backhander. I'm not sure if there was contact at all, but it was a fine save. And here goes Oystrick up the ice. Moves it up initially. Peluso and then Hensick. There's that dish. Not a good one. It actually flopped around, but Porter sets Hensick up, and Hensick, he sees the ice so well. He just penetrates, drives people with him, and finds that late comer who was Oystrick. And pretty good shot up against the far post.
Ethan Oystrick getting to his 11th goal of the year. That puts him second in the AHL in goal scoring. Vyacheslav Hensick's well read, our esteemed statistician.
Or he's read too.
Press box with us. So the empty net for the Rivermen, 6-on-5, down by 2. 75 seconds ago was Oystrick guns it in deep. Nigel Dawes will lob it out to center. Oystrick has to go all the way back. No icing. Now he nearly lost the handle in front of his own net. Broken up at the line. Playing ahead with Cyphers. Dumped in deep. No Welch looking for the pressure. Able to work away from Spina. Hands it off to Cyphers. Taking his time. Jammed up the rail. Oh, from Mahachik in deep. Ross is out in front. For an empty netter. The pass taken away by Oystrick.
Didn't stop coming back. Spencer almost had a breakaway with an empty net. He's had quite a couple shifts.
And icing here. Cyphers gets back for the touch-up. That will put Allen back in the cage.
Why?
No, the face-off will be in their end, and it's just too risky, Billy. Even down by 2.
It is. Good hustle by the Wolves, and you know what? You mentioned one play that I thought was really good because there was no pressure as Jamie Cyphers took the puck and just fired it because he was a little bit excited. Just held on to it. And nobody came to him, so he held on longer. Lofted it up to Spencer Mahachik eventually. And you like to see those poised situations when you're under some pressure.
We saw that a couple of games ago. The Wolves were able to get the tying goal because the other team was so anxious to score an empty net. Here's your own zone first. Shot by Welch, broken up. And attempting to break to the bench. Stays in. No, it was a nice job by Hayter to hold the zone.
He just had muscle quarter. Dropped into the ice.
Andrey Deveaux keeps it alive, and now Krog controls. They won't get another chance in an empty net because they maintain pressure. Great job there by Deveaux, Hadar, and Krog to kill the clock. Welch rolls it back in, and the Wolves snap a 3-game slide with a pretty impressive 4-2 win. They double up the Rivermen as Drew MacIntyre picks up his 5th win in the last 7 starts for him.
Yeah, Drew has really played very well. If you recall, he got called up right in the middle of his best hockey, so back in action, and I don't think he was tested as much as maybe Allen was, but he did what he needed to do, and the Wolves a much better 60-minute effort in this game, and it certainly was needed with the way things went last night against Abbotsford. So with everybody winning in the West, almost everybody winning in the West, the Wolves at least keep pace tonight.
And that's the most important thing for the Wolves, is much deserved. Congratulations head to Drew MacIntyre and the Wolves, who will win Game 2 of a 3-game homestand. Now they've picked up points in the 2 games here on home ice.